Central Michigan football has a lot of tradition and has developed into a championship culture both on and off the field. When looking at potential recruits, the staff knows it's important to find an athlete who can compete at a high level on the field, but they also emphasize finding future student athletes with good character and good study habits to represent the university off the field as well.
I think the first thing is that we've recruited a really quality student athlete, guys that are really done very well academically. The whole key to have a good football program, in my opinion, is to recruit guys and keep them here and get them to graduate. That's the number one thing.
Very thorough process. A lot of eyes watching the same guys, and you know, we're going to do our background to make sure we're getting the kind of athlete and person that we want in our program.
When recruiting, the staff isn't necessarily looking for athletes that will join the team and see the field immediately in their freshman season. A large focus is put on building depth at each position and giving the younger players on the team time to develop as athletes and as people.
Probably one of the most important things about recruiting is filling your needs and make sure that you fill them ahead of time enough that you're not having to be forced into necessarily playing, freshmen too soon.
Yeah, in 2011, I think we played 11 true freshmen. 2012, we played 6, and this past year we only played 1. So again, I think that shows where we're at and the growth we're having as a program. The goal is to redshirt every single player, and I think when you can do that, you're really going to pay dividends for the future.
The biggest thing is physical development, but also mental and physical development is probably the biggest thing, because the game has changed for them. It's a little bit faster. It's faster than what they're used to in high school. The guys are bigger.
That extra year makes a world of difference. You get to coach them a fall and a spring before now that you necessarily have to put them on the field.
The goal of our program is to redshirt them all because they'll ultimately be a lot better player when they're in their 5th year.
So the ability to redshirt when you get to that 4th and 5th year seniors, and you got 4th and 5th year seniors in your program, you're able to create a foundation of stability, especially up front, but I think that's all the way around. You got guys that have experience that have been there for that, and we're starting to get to that level right now within our program.
We feel that we've, again, hit a home run with this class. I think it's the assistant coaches did an amazing job.
We were able to fill some need positions with very good athletes, very good skill level for that particular position.
You look at the defensive linemen that we recruited this year, we're going to sign. They're all 6'3 plus. I think in the secondary, one of the things that you'll see is we're going to have the ability to be able to run. We're physical.
But we feel very good about the class. Very athletic class, big class, great potential. As all classes, you never know how good this class is going to be for a couple years, but we feel very good about it as a whole.
Central Michigan University has many things to offer incoming football players. When recruiting, Coach Enos and his staff emphasize a tradition of winning, a family atmosphere, and most importantly, academics. Coach Enos wants his players to find a home here in Mount Pleasant.
It's the family atmosphere here, and I know people talk about that all the time, but that's how we live our lives day to day, is that we care about the young men we coach, we have great relationships with them, and then when people come on campus and get around our staff and our players, they have a genuine feel for the family atmosphere that we do have on this football team. But not only that, that carries over as they go on their official visits and unofficial visits around campus when they interact with other people around our program, with our academic support staff, with our medical support staff, with our strength and conditioning support staff, when they go on campus and visit faculty and do their academic visits.
Like Coach Enos always says, it's a family environment around here, from the administrators to the coaching staff to our community as a whole.
I think the people are the #1 thing about Central Michigan. It's a family atmosphere. Coach Enos has preached that since we've gotten here. We treat these players like we would treat our own children. We want to make sure that they're accomplish something and they develop as men. And we look at it at 3 folds. We look at it as the athletic part of it, the academic part of it, but more importantly, the social part of it. And that comes from our head guy down.
The family atmosphere here and really the true caring of the people here at CMU about the student athletes that come here, that shines through. And the parents I talk to, ultimately, that's the one thing that they all talk about, is how impressed they were with the way the coaches interacted with the players and ultimately the support that we get from our university.